So I know y'all are still reeling from that story about child-on-child physical assault. Yeah, it was a little rough. Touché. It was a little much for most of y'all. But this bullshit story time is a little bit more chill. Just a little bit. No physical violence anyway. So let's get into it. I was chilling, cousin, partner, player. I was chilling off in Keller, Texas. Lived there with my madre. Just doing our thing. Me, my madre, my little bro. Just fucking chilling. Late 90s. Shit going on. Fucking fanny packs and shit like that. A good time. Yes, honey. Pretty good time out there in Keller, Texas, close to Fossil Ridge, Fossil Creek. We was living it up. And there was some homies down the road, down the way. Pokemon cards were big back then. I had heard that a young boy from a nearby school had been shot, possibly killed, over a holographic Charizard. Y'all remember that banger? That was the one everybody wanted. So some little punk-ass motherfucker went and shot a kid over a Charizard. Ain't that some bullshit? Anyway, we played some Pokemon cards out there. We fucking chilled. One of the homies from up the way jacked some of my Pokemon cards. Fucking stole them from me. Came over to my house talking about, hey, I want to see your Pokemon cards. I was like, I don't know where they are right now. Well, that motherfucker took the opportunity to jack my shit. Fucking stole them from me. And I found him in his backpack. I knew he was fucking fronting. This story involves that young homie that was stealing my shit player. So anyway, we was off out there doing all manner of bullshit activities, playing wall ball. Y'all remember Black Magic? Black fucking Magic? Y'all remember that motherfucking game, if you were any type of a cool human being. So we played games out there, did all manner of cool shit. One day we decided we was going to take a Nerf football and go out to the road. Me and this motherfucker, Justin Swafford. Hate to call you out, bro, but I'm gonna do it. If somehow you get a hold of this video and get a little upset about the fact that your name was used, guess what, homeboy? Don't give $0 about your ass, 'cause you was a bitch. Anyway, me and the homie Justin Swafford, who I thought was my homie, one time that motherfucker had stolen my bike. And my dad told me, yo, don't trust this motherfucker. He be out here stealing bikes. I know he jacked your shit. I seen him with it. I seen it. But I trusted him for some reason, because I was a dumb-ass little motherfucker. There was another young kid named Chris Bodie. We called him Chris Body. Anyway, I'm digressing, but that's what I do. The young motherfucker named Chris Body once mooned a cop while we were playing out in the fucking water sprinkler. Well, that cop came to his house and said, your son done mooned me. He done showed me his bare ass. And that little motherfucker got in a little bit of trouble. Which is a little bit of foreshadowing to what happened to me in this bullshit story. Chris Body was a shining example of what you should not do in your neighborhood. And I should have known that. Should have known it. But as y'all know, I'm an ignorant human being. Anyway, getting back to the story. One day, me and Justin Swafford decided we'd take a Nerf ball out to the road and fire that fucking bitch over cars that were coming across the road. He was on one side of the road and I was on the other, and we just fired that fucking ball over cars as they passed and caught it. We thought it was extra cool when we threw it over the trash truck because the trash truck was pretty tall. So when you had the fucking arm of a god firing a fucking Nerf ball with fins at the back of it with whistlers in it, you remember those? They would whistle when you'd throw them. When you were able to make it over that trash truck to your homie on the other side of the road, you were a fucking beast. I was a fucking beast. Launched it over the fucking trash truck. Justin Swafford caught it in his open arms in the bread basket, homie, for a TD. Oh, launching the ball back and forth over cars, having a grand old time. But there was one car that went across that road that proved to almost be the death of me. As soon as that shit approached, I was like, I'm about to launch this bitch. So I pulled back the fucking cannon, fired that bitch as hard as possible, hoping to make it over this car, which I'd had a little bit of practice. I was sure I was going to make it over. But I didn't. This car was a white minivan of some sort. I don't remember if it was a Ford or a Chevy or a Toyota or what the fuck it was. But it was a white minivan with the sliding doors. Homie, them sliders. Anyway, launched that ball. Hit the side of that car. Instantly, I knew I had bugged up big time. And I saw the driver look directly at me. It only took a few moments before this motherfucker held out a thingy, dropped it open, showed it directly to the window, directly to my fucking eyeballs, that he had a badge. He was like, "You, sir, are now witnessing the fury of a police officer." I was fucking mortified. I was a young boy, and I was a little scared. I thought, oh shit, they've told me about these kind of people. This ain't the kind of people I want to be getting in trouble with. This right here is the fuzz. Instantly, tears began to well up in my eyes because I knew what was going to happen to me was I was going to go to jail and I was going to get my little butt raped up. I was going to get raped. That's what I thought, is I'm about to get butt fucked repeatedly. I'm going to be doing 25 to life over a Nerf ball. This motherfucker was extremely pissed over the fact that I hit his car. I have rarely in my life seen a human being this fucking mad over some insignificant shit. He rolled down his window and he said, "Who are you? Where do you live?" I glanced over, whoosh, and I saw fucking Justin Swafford fucking chopping, dude. This motherfucker was running at full speed, dude. Full fucking speed, sprinting away from the scene of the crime like a little bitch, leaving me there to fucking handle this whole scenario by myself when I knew nothing about how to handle police officers. He fucking chopped. He ran away. It was all on me. Looked dead in that fucking copper's eyes and I said, "Fuck you, bitch." Psych, y'all know I didn't fucking say that. I was scared. So I told him, I live down there. I live down there. Please don't fucking take me to jail. He said, go pick up that Nerf ball. Go get it off the ground. And then I'm going to follow you in my car to where you live. In the passenger seat, I done seen this motherfucker's son. I had seen homeboy at school. He had a bleach blonde fucking chili bowl on his ass, sitting over there looking at me in that passenger seat. And I could tell that motherfucker was ashamed of the way his father was acting about this bullshit. So I took myself, walked, picked up the Nerf ball, and led that guy to my house. Reluctantly and begrudgingly, I led him there. Slow steps, tears pouring on the ground, in a trail behind me. Leading from the scene of that crime, in a trail of shame. I felt like I was about to be murdered. I was scared, dude. I was fucking terrified. I was like, what the fuck? I probably was like 8 years old. So I led that dude to my house, knowing that once he got there, my mom was gonna be livid. Livid that I was doing some stupid shit. But she knew me. She knew my ways. At that age, she knew that these neighborhood motherfuckers were getting me into shit. So I led homeboy to my house. We got to the door. He knocked. My mom came to the door. And she did one of the coolest things of my life. That silly motherfucking wannabe cop loser tried to scream at my mom and yell all kinds of bullshit about how I was a god-awful human being and that this young man will be going to Juvenile Hall. Juvenile Hall. Fuck that guy. Talking about Juvenile Hall over a Nerf ball. My mom wasn't buying it. She was like, I'm sure in her head, I don't remember the details exactly, but I'm sure in her head she was like, this dude's really raising this much hell over a Nerf ball? I mean, I could understand if it was a fucking Wilson football and I had pegged his shit and shattered out his fucking window. But it barely glanced off the side of this motherfucker's shit. So what was the big deal? Anyway, he was trying to raise some shit. Tried going hard on my mom. She defended me. God love my amazing mom. She's the shit. Many of you are hard pressed to find a better mom than mine. I don't remember exactly what was said, but she pretty much stood up for me. She wasn't letting me go to Juvenile Hall over some dumbass shit. She basically stood up to this complete loser. I don't remember what was said. Again, I don't remember. But she defended me. Homeboy eventually fucking stepped off, went on his way. And I remained unscathed. Did not go to Juvie Hall at all. I kept my freedom, thanks to my wonderful mama. So then I see this little bitch-ass Justin Swafford, who, by the way, I really hope your ass fucking ends up seeing this video, because you should know you're a gigantic pussy. Anyway, I eventually saw this motherfucker, because my mom probably told me, like, get your ass to school and quit being a fucking dumbass. So I went to walking. Fucking Justin Swafford walked up. We was walking to school together. And this motherfucker actually said the only cool thing I remember that dipshit ever saying in the history of me hanging out with his loser ass. He was like, yo, that shit was fucking crazy. I watched the whole thing from down the road. I saw how it all went down. I was worried for you, man. I was really worried for you. Yeah, sure, Justin Swafford, when you went running off like a little bitty bitch. Anyway, he watched the whole thing and he was like, yeah, I saw what happened and I was worried about you and I was worried about my homeboy going to fucking Juvie Hall. But what you had, my dude, was a near jail experience. For a kid of about 10 years old, near jail experience was a pretty peculiar thing to say, and it stuck with me. For many years it stuck with me, and I thought, I've been to fucking jail before. Since then I've had a real jail experience, 2 of them. And but anyway, it stuck with me because that day was a near jail experience. And I was like, it's pretty peculiar, pretty funny of you to say that, man. Never did forget it. Always remembered about the day I almost went to jail over a Nerf football. Almost went to jail that day. Almost had my youth stolen from me. But it didn't happen. You love how I'm doing that little thing? I know you dig it. Anyway, you dirty bastards. Did not go to fucking jail. Ended up walking to school talking to Justin Swafford. Made it out clean, unscathed. Do not remember what ended up happening as my punishment later on for my dipshit activities. But what I will always remember and always hold dear to my fucking heart is that my mama had my back that day, even against the law. Even against the law, dog. Even against the authorities. She still had my back and always have. Always has. She is the best. And I saw homeboy's little son at fucking school after that. Like I said, he was ashamed of his faja that day. So when he saw me at school, motherfucker ducked his head down, kept his head down around me. Because he knew that what his dad did was some old bullshit. He felt bad about it, I'm sure. Because his dad raised hell that day. Motherfucker got way out of line. Little too ridiculous over a fucking foam ball. So that motherfucker kept his head down around me and was chill. Never had any interactions with the young bleach blonde homeboy after that. Gotta tell you though, going to actual jail, much fucking worse than having a near jail experience. I'd rather have near jail experiences for the rest of my existence rather than go to actual jail. Because when I went to actual jail, mama didn't have my back that time. No, sir. Because I had done some dumb ass shit, which I will not fucking talk about on these bullshit stories. But anyway, she had my back when I almost went to jail. And that I will always hold close to my heart. Time for a plug, motherfuckers. This hat, just fucking got it from Wally World for fucking $10. It's a banger. And if you fucking looked up the kanji on it, it's a mix of oolong and dragon mixed together. Yes, it's from Dragon Ball Z. Something y'all might remember if you're not a fucking loser. Anyway, this is a perfect circle shirt. Yeah, I'm repping it. Yeah, I've seen them live. And yeah, they're a bit of a banger. But anyway, motherfuckers, that's my story. And I'm sticking to it forever. It's something I'll never forget. And something you shouldn't either. Because I'm here telling you these amazing fucking stories that ought to stick in your goddamn brainstem for many, many fucking years. And you can go ahead and hate on the fact that I had a cigarette in my mouth for that whole last snap. But guess what? Y'all know this by now. I'm going to say fuck you. But I'm going to find a clever way to do it. So for me to you, this is Kyle Spear fucking signing off with a gigantic, huge, and humongous fuck you. Gee golly goodness, partner. If you'd like to see all the bullshit stories put into a playlist on my YouTube, shoot me a fucking DM saying, yeehaw, partner.